Hello everyone and welcome to Forbidden Lands. We are short of Bloody, as Bloody and Lobos are very sick today. But conveniently MK has heat stroke, so it's really easy for her to RP being practically dead. So what we'll do real quick here is go around and just dive in, because I think there was some cliffhanger that someone has been like nagging me about. I'm just excited
about my blue ball. All right, that's all.
Great. Well, you're so excited. Who you know? Which character's name? Who's that?
Hi.
Those are almost words.
Yeah.
Almost. That's close. That's close.
Still working on caffeine.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Hi, I'm Phelan, and I'll be playing Alkali for y'all today.
Awesome. Tech. Awkward.
Hey, I'm Technique. I'll be playing Zaidi, and don't know what the heck's about to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I waited before I took a bite of food to eat.
Almost had you.
You're surprised that it's not bacon.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
You out?
Yes.
Oh no.
I ate a 2-pack. I ate a 2-pack within 2 days. I don't want to talk about it.
How much is a 2-pack? Is that 6 pounds of bacon?
Yeah.
Are you
Cat's
on
heart.
are you on a keto diet or?
Your heart's gonna explode.
I mean, she could easily go on keto at this rate.
Might as well.
Easily.
I mean,
I just like
say it
bacon.
for people's peace of mind.
I just
He's on
like
keto,
bacon.
Dan.
Look, I don't just eat it all in one sitting. I just eat throughout the day, like that's how I do it. Anyways, I play
Do you eat bread
Manasa.
with it?
Loot Goblin. Your favorite bacon eating Loot Goblin.
Bacon goblin.
I make sandwiches with it, I make a whole bunch of stuff with bacon. All right.
Bacon.
I was not expecting 6 pounds of bacon to be eaten in the last 2 days by Cat, but let's go to Whack now.
Hi, I'm Wax Steven. Normally I'm the GM of Doom, but I am one of the players of Doom in this show, and I play Nickel.
Lovely. And I'm Domestic Dan, your GM of Consequences, and well, let's just get a quick recap and dive into this goodness. Last time on Forbidden Lands, our players dealt with a Deathbringer, albeit a slightly broken one. Their quick thinking and, for the most part, decent rolls led them to be able to take it out before anyone was too terribly injured. Which they then went into this old, as they figured out it was a weapons research or something. It was research of some kind. This old, big, government-style looking building. And after a little bit of exploring, finding some old skeletons of people that may have been important at one time, a specific room was opened, and a force field still active after all this time laid in wait. Our Alkali found a console that works. It asked for the administrator. The slot opened at her request. One that looks like it would fit an orb.
Everyone, can you hear me?
What is it? Should I come up?
No.
Yes, come up and see this.
All right. I guess she'll be all right by herself. She is out like a light.
You want to see this, Diary? Come here.
Okay. I'll just run up the stairs or whatever.
Just
stairs are
be
left.
careful. The floor isn't exactly stable.
Oh.
All right.
What is it? Do we need to fight?
No, we need to be ready just in case something happens, though.
Happens to what? What are you going to... Wait, are you pushing more buttons?
There's this interface here. You remember that orb I showed you back when we were inside that cauldron?
The ball thing? The
orb.
Yeah. Yes,
You would see Alkali pull it out and kind of like...
Oh, the bomb.
Not exactly.
Bomb?
It's not a bomb.
It's not a bomb. She's had that thing for years.
Oh, I thought they were.
You've been
someone
carrying
told me it
around
was
a bomb for years?
No, it's
I
not.
thought it was a bomb.
It's not a bomb.
If it was a bomb, then we'd already be
she
dead.
caresses it, I thought it was a bomb. She's extra careful with it.
I found it.
you know.
I found it with Yuga. Okay.
No. So
I
what
think
is it?
this. I think this might be what this machine is looking for in order to gain administrator access. So before I put it in, I need you all to be ready to run if anything happens.
I don't think you know our situation very well. We have her down there. So
Also,
What are
the
we
path
going to
behind us is very fragile.
I could probably jump from here and be okay. But Manasa is definitely not going to make it that way. So we need to set up and prepare for whatever is going to happen.
Excuse me?
next.
That's what I'm saying.
Your leg.
Are you?
I understand. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for carrying.
Don't apologize for carrying. Just apologize for assuming things.
You must have healing of a goddess because I...
A leg is not going to stop me from running.
Okay. Well, if we are prepared for this, then this could be the thing that you've been looking for, I guess.
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna ready up. I'll have my hand on my sword. I'm gonna get low to the ground just in case I need to pounce or something.
Okay. Did you cross the gap, Zaidi? Because there was the collapsed
Yeah.
gap, and that's okay. So you went to that side. I don't. Did Nikel? Were you standing back still? I
I'm
don't
standing
remember if you
back,
cast-
yes.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't cross. Okay. Okay. Just checking. Continue.
Are we ready?
I suppose so.
I think as ready as we'll ever be.
Before you do this, we should probably say our parts of how we feel about each other. Because this may be the last time we are able to say it. I know you're anxious to jam a ball inside that slot, but that came from a cauldron. And,
I know it's supposed to be some sort of an energy source. That's all I know. And it could be this. It could not be. We don't know. We'll see. But I don't think we'll be in too much trouble.
I'm gonna put my hand on Alkali's shoulder. We're ready. We'll be right here.
Okay. You would see Alkali take kind of a deep breath and kind of a gulp. She'd go ahead and she puts the sphere into the spherical insert.
Okay. The slot closes as the ball begins to glow a little more than it already naturally does. It kind of gave off a small low light before, but it gets a bit brighter before it fully gets inserted into the console.
Administrator granted.
What does that mean?
It means we have access to whatever this is. It mentioned that this facility, or at least whatever's behind this force field, was for defense.
Defense of what?
I have no idea.
Wait. We just got through blowing up a machine
Deathbringer.
of death. Yeah. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. All this destruction has been around us.
Maybe.
And you want to activate that?
No, I want to see what's behind this force field because someone else might find it.
Maybe there's a way you can turn them off if there are more.
Right. Maybe. Help?
What do you need help with, Administrator?
That energy field there. Am I able to take it down?
Do you wish to deactivate the force field?
Yes.
Deactivating.
The shield drops with a slight hum. A small box sits in the center of the room, unaccosted by a field. Maybe 2x3. Crate. Metal.
If I scan it with my focus, am I able to figure out anything?
No, it actually seems to block it entirely.
Really? Okay.
You get distortion, like you were getting with the field, only more
Right.
concentrated.
Yeah.
Well?
I can't get a reading on it.
What do you mean you can't get a reading on it?
It's...
Your
The-
thing
the
isn't telling you
box.
anything about it?
The box is preventing whatever signal I normally get.
Zadie just looks at Nickel and just like,
Alkali, do you believe in signs of any sort? Like there's a reason for this, a reason for that.
Sometimes.
That box was made to keep whoever is in touch with the ancients, the old ones, whatever, out
Well,
of it.
by that logic, I would have never found that orb.
She's right.
Administrator?
No response.
Right. Help?
What can I do for you, Administrator?
Can I have some information on what's inside that box?
You see it sit for maybe a few seconds, kind of what you've kind of learned as loading, more or less, in your experiences with some of the old one tech.
Secure crate is containing materials vital to the war effort.
This
What?
has something to do
War.
with the war. Yes.
Effort.
Alkali spoke
Like-
of this. Aloy spoke of this.
What did she say about it?
She said that there was a great war that happened to the old ones, and the All Mother was able to protect us. There was a conflict between Hades, the
We heard that name before.
the machine that fought at Meridian and brought all the Deathbringers to Meridian. Whatever's in that box won't be good.
But it says it's to aid in the war effort.
But for which side?
Maybe the voice knows. What if we ask it? I mean, it seems knowledgeable. What if we ask it if it's for the machines
Maybe.
or for the old ones? I mean, it couldn't hurt in asking it. It's been pretty helpful so far.
Well, what exactly would you have me ask it?
Ask who is allowed to access it? Machine or otherwise?
Help.
I don't know.
What can I do for you, Administrator?
That object inside the box. Was there a certain level of access required in order to interact with it?
Clearance level 5 required.
And is that the maximum amount of clearance required?
Question misunderstood.
I meant, out of all the levels of access, is that the highest one?
No, there is one more clearance level than that.
Second highest.
Can you find out the details of what is inside the box?
Yes, ask it what it contains.
I asked already.
Specifics.
Help.
What can I do for you, Administrator?
Is there any possibility of obtaining any other specifics about what's inside that box?
Data has been expunged.
So there's no
Sponge?
logs or recordings or anything. Shit. I mean, at the very least, if we end up making it back, this knowledge is important.
Important?
Important for what? An old war that we no
What
longer have?
happened with Hades? Mikkel, you know better than anyone.
I know that the old ones did things that they shouldn't have. And it killed them. Maybe this is part of it.
All I'm saying is if there's a box that tries to keep you out, and a box that does not have data on what's inside, and it had to do with something that wiped out.
We came here
existence of
for
people,
information.
I think we got it.
We know nothing.
So what's your plan? Pry it open?
Let me take a look at it before we do anything. Just be on guard. And you would see Alkali walk over to the box and try to see if there's any sort of panel she can interact with or anything like that.
Yeah, there is what almost looks like an arbitrarily simple latch.
Just like a lock?
Yeah.
Well, if it's so important, why is it so basic?
Basic? You had to have an orb to get a field down with Administrator.
Right. I mean, an orb that some random person just found.
Maybe it was dislodged somehow. Maybe it was being taken to another cauldron for safekeeping.
Yeah, but look at the way that this box is sealed.
Maybe it was rushed. I mean, if war was upon them, then I don't know. Maybe it was a last-ditch effort to keep this safe, whatever this is.
I have
Couldn't
an
you
idea.
ask it if it was a bomb?
It won't give me any further info. Help.
How may I help you, Administrator?
How long ago was that data we discussed expunged?
Go ahead and give me a... This is probably a tech roll or something along those lines. It's int based. Difficulty 6.
Is this an action?
I mean, it's a skill action, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my enabled ability to help is active.
Hey,
How are you helping her? Because I'd like to know how you're doing that with this tech thing. Now, I'm not saying no, but I want to know how you, Zaidi, can help her with this.
Yes, here it is. Enable others. Blunk. Okay. Maybe me talking about telling her something like maybe it was dislodged from someone, taken to another cauldron for safekeeping. Maybe it triggered a memory of hers that when she was in the cauldron, she found extra stuff other than the orb, but she didn't pay too much attention to it. That is actually triggering her now.
So you're trying to like get a memory
Get the
refresh?
cogwheels turning in my head.
Yeah, by like preventing her constantly from just trying to pry open this box, which like throwing caution in the wind, so to speak, to her constantly.
Yeah.
Maybe it triggers a memory of some sort.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a partial yes. This is a physical task. She's not doing something physical here, but I'll let you roll for it, and if you succeed, you'll get it. I know this says no action, however, because it says physical task, that's the word I'm picking up on here. So I'll give you a chance because I like that idea. So I'll let you do the same roll as her.
What about this? Maybe if she attempts to touch it physically, it'll jog a memory. I'll still roll on it, but just to make it more RP.
Sure.
I would like to use a player action, player intrusion.
Okay, I'll let him go do his thing first.
Let it,
just to the sake, because if it works, I don't want you to have to spend experience since he already said he's doing this. I know yours is an interrupt. If you really want to interrupt, I will let you, because that is what that ability does. So I'm actually going to step back there for a second. What are you doing? It's intrusion. You're intruding on me. That's the point.
I want his attempts to sway her and jog her memory to fail. Using Lucky Break. I want her to open the box. So with Lucky Break, here I can link it again. But it mentions, if you're debating with somebody, like an influential person or whatnot, they can trip and forget what they're saying. So I want Zairi to essentially trip on his words so that it fails to jog her memory.
I do also technically have photographic memory as well, if that assists Zairi in anything.
Right, so I was going
PvP
for.
going on here.
Did you say that you didn't want her to open a box, or you did want her to open the box?
No, I want her to open the box.
Okay, so this
is trying to convince about the logs.
So for my action was to get her, because what was your action that you were trying to do before, Faye?
What I was trying to do was find out when exactly the logs were expunged, to find out more about when this did happen, so that we would have a better idea.
What to the box?
So it was basically me trying to work with the AI in order to try.
Dan was making you roll on something. What was that?
I was gonna probably roll either, I think, int or artifact technology if he was gonna let me roll it.
For what though? Because that was what
it was for trying to get the AI to speak with her on how long ago.
Would artifact technology have fit there?
Once we resolve these other things, you can give me a reason why you think.
Okay.
So for RP reasons, I'm gonna go with what Kat said, but it was more so to help her than to.
Yeah, I think you may have misunderstood what they were trying to do there, Kat, because she wasn't trying to open the box directly.
Okay, because I know that I heard Tech say, that like his character was trying to like jog memories to maybe like impede the fact that her desire to open the box.
It was
but
I don't
want that to happen. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I want to continue on with the curiosity.
Right.
So
it was to jog her memory so she has a better chance of getting information out of.
Got it.
Okay.
So with that knowledge now, Kat, is that something you want to do still? I'll let you save your XP because it looks like it was lining up with what you wanted in the first place.
Okay, then I'll save my XP.
Okay. I'm just
If it's
trying. I
lining
want to
up-
be
if
fair
it's
to you
lining up
because
that-
it
yeah,
seemed
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you would have impeded, I would have failed. It would have like countered what she wanted to do.
It would have countered what I was wanting to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I didn't want to meta. I just wanted to make sure.
No,
No, that's okay.
no, that is all right. Knowing your intent is always a good thing as players.
Okay.
Because you would probably roughly know. But next misunderstanding will just have to be done in character.
Yes.
And that is your final warning. It was the only warning, so I guess it's technically the final. But now, Tech, what you can do is roll a difficulty 6 int check. Because you get to make the same roll as her.
That means I have to give you all kinds of effort, man.
If you want to. If you want to. It is to give her an asset for your ability because your ability is for physical.
Jesus.
And this is not physical.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna impair myself for you. All right, here we go. In character. I could put 3 effort. No, is that how that works? I can spend all my effort in one go.
You can. You'll pay the
I don't wanna
cost
do
for
that.
all of it, but you
I ain't
can
doing
do
it.
it.
I just make sure. I just want to make sure I could do it.
You physically can. Absolutely.
Nah, fam. Because if I don't spend any effort, I'm gonna fail anyway.
I mean, you got to get an 18, 19, or 20. Yeah, it's a 15%
Put
chance.
1 effort in there. I ain't gonna make this shit.
Okay. Rolled a 4, needed a 15.
Yeah, I wasn't about to.
I mean, this cauldrons aren't your speciality, I think. So
Nope.
you can. So, yeah, maybe
Okay.
maybe you kind of what you mentioned before. You're trying to ramble off. All it does is maybe doesn't impede her, but maybe she kind of has to tune you out a bit to try to focus in on what she wants to ask the AI. So now, why do you think your why do you think that would work for you, Faye?
So-
or for Alkali?
I feel throughout the course of this adventure, Alkali has gotten a lot of experience with interacting with AI, including when we handled the last area with Artemis. So she kind of has gotten a little bit more of an idea of how this, old technology used to work in particular, and how kind of these discussions with AI kind of go down.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah,
Yay,
difficulty
okay.
6. You can make that roll.
Okay, let me see. What
For those
stuff do I
listening
have?
while she's doing this, by the way, the Cypher System, if you've been listening or watching for a while, lets you do some really cool stuff like arguing with the DM to roll certain skills if you feel it's more necessary or better equipped.
And just as a heads up, I'm going to be using effort.
Okay.
So I might end up dipping in while using my investigator, which allows me to use speed and might instead of intellect if I need to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you'd have to pick which one you're using first. So
Right.
if you're doing investigator, you need to pick might, speed, or int before you make the roll, but you can change it. You're correct.
Okay, so I'm just trying to do some quick maths here. I have 3 effort, 1 edge.
There's a
So
lot
I'm
of
not able
min-maxing
to
going here.
dip. I'm not able to dip into multiple pools.
It says or, so no, you have to pick one.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do... Oh, man. I don't think I have enough because it's 3 effort, 9 minus
You could, if you
1.
want to test it, you could do just to see the math. If you can't quite do it, you could do a
Okay, yeah,
difficulty 0
sorry.
roll. It won't count, just to like see how much it'll cost,
Okay.
just for your ease. I'll
Because I do
absolutely go for
have,
it.
have a potion as well.
You do, yeah. But yeah,
Okay,
so
and
if you
you
want to
said-
do a difficulty 0 just to see how much it costs, go for it. That's up to you. If you can't math that quick right at the moment.
Yeah, okay, so difficulty 0.
Yep. Just if you want to do that,
Let's
just so
see.
you make
That'd be
absolutely
3.
sure your costs with your edge and everything. So that'll cost you 6.
Okay, cool, I can do that, perfect. I'm sorry,
You
I'm
have
so
3
nervous.
effort as your max?
Yeah,
Yeah, she did each one. Mm-hmm.
okay, difficulty 6. 3 effort.
I didn't even need it.
I was gonna say she's gonna roll an at 20 on that 0, but
That is a nat 20 on your artifact knowledge as you ask when this was expunged. 1 second, because that's dang good.
Somebody write it down on the calendar.
Does that say major effect? Oh, yeah. It
I
does.
do believe it does.
That do
brother.
indeed say major effect. Oh, yes. Okay.
Here is another blue ball.
Now you have 2 blue balls.
Yay! It spits it back out. You're
Click them
administrator
together and
forever.
it blows up everything.
Oh God, I'm shaking.
Okay. So, you get it. So your specific question was, how long ago? How long ago was
Yeah,
this
like
data
when
expunged?
was this data expunged? But if it's got something else for me, you know.
Okay. I had to get a couple of things together. Hold on. You've given me a mild loop and I need to just make sure I
I'm
do
sorry.
it right. No, you're good. You're good.
Got a feeling when you prepare for failing never to have 20s and then she gets them.
You know, it's
He has his crits lined up. But
oh yeah, I've got all my failures for her ready to go, but nothing else. There we go. Okay.
Notations on expunged data. Removed by redacted. Removed and expunged 974 years ago, 32 days, 5 hours, 6 minutes.
How long ago was the stuff that happened with the old ones? Do we remember? I think I asked
Did
this
you ask that
before,
out
Dan.
loud? Did you
I
ask that
did.
out loud?
I
When
was
you were
asking
you
it out
talking
loud.
to yourself, but like
Yeah.
you said it out loud?
974 years ago is when the extinction event took place.
Is there any way to get the information back?
Site Theta should answer more questions. Limited access to data here.
Site Theta?
So in other words, probably have headquarters of some such, or...
Yes.
Where is Site Theta?
Where is Site Theta?
Site Theta is approximately 30 miles from this location. Shall I update your PDA?
Yes, please.
Please scan PDA.
A
I would
small
take-
little laser kicks on out of a slot.
Okay. Would I have kind of an idea which PDA I should be taking out? The one that we got from that facility or the map one? Okay.
Por qué los dos?
I know. Would I be able to update multiple?
If desired, yes, Administrator.
I would take out both and put them onto the scanner.
Okay. And after a few blips and beeps, the map one specifically updates, and a new dot appears just a bit to the north, a little out of the way from your path west.
It's to the north. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I see it. Do you know what else is probably to the north? Alkali.
What?
More death bringers. More death. We got lucky with one. But need I remind you, if there's 2 or 3 or even heck 1 working one, with someone that's not doing well down there, and another that is not at her peak, and anxiousness of wanting to discover what's up ahead. We have to do serious planning.
I wholeheartedly agree. I'm just trying to line out our plan so that we have something structured. And honestly, what's in this box could be so important.
The date's lined up with extinction. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just wanting you to think clear. Now, I have no regrets. Whatever happens today, if it is my last day, I accept it. But I definitely do not want to gift wrap us to this idea and this notion. Just want to be careful.
I agree. Nothing changes if no one tries. That would have been whispered to myself. So how about we take it to a vote then? We don't have to activate anything. We don't have to do any craziness. We could just find out what it is so that we have that information for perhaps even Aloy. Or we take it with us to our graves. Or we destroy it.
I am conflicted because all of
You're
this
always conflicted.
Let him finish.
all of this destruction around us, as you see, there's a Deathbringer out there. This is the only fine thing here, and it was behind multiple barriers of some sort and required a certain key in the shape of a ball that you found miles and miles away from here. Doesn't sit right with me. I am wanting to know what's in there just as much as the next one, but there is a reason why this thing survived and this much security has been in place to keep it that way.
Sayuri, you mentioned fate, basically. Right?
Yes.
Do you think that me finding this orb hundreds of miles away, with Fiuka nonetheless, makes sense? If it wasn't some sort of
It could be meant to be for you to find it.
maybe it's for us to destroy it. We don't know. We have no idea what's in that box.
You're right.
And I'm not-
We don't. But if we move that box, be prepared for the worst. That's all.
Okay.
I agree. Maybe it is fate that you have the voices, that you have the vision, that you have the orb. All the keys lined up as chosen. But look around us.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, this is not Aloy here. This is Alkali. Your decisions that you make, as if you made back there in that one village, will determine the future of many, whether good or bad. Are you willing to take on the consequences, whether good or bad? As Manasa said before, are you willing to take on the lives of possibly...
Don't use what I stated back there for this situation.
Oh,
this is
okay.
completely different.
Oh, so something that leads to the extinction of a race of some sort is not okay.
We don't
Well,
know all
you
the
would-
information,
It was-
Sayuri.
I
It was
heard what
locked
I
up.
heard.
This thing didn't lead to extinction if it wasn't even used.
You're right, but you made a very, very clear decision back there from a thriving tribe. And all I see around us is death. So I just want you to make sure that when you touch that box, so you make your decision, that you are living with the consequences, whether good or bad, that you're okay
Yes.
with it. Hi. That's all I ask.
Manasa,
Yes.
what do you think we should do?
I say we take it with us so we open it. It's better than just leaving it here, unguarded, for some weary traveler by themselves to possibly open,
It wasn't
possibly
unguarded.
bring
though.
it back.
It
I
had-
mean,
it had
it's
some
it's
sort of-
unguarded now.
I assume that Alkali would be able to restore whatever defenses were enabled before.
More than likely.
All right, then put it back and leave it. Let's go.
Don't get me wrong, it's her decision. I just want her to understand the complications of that decision.
Of course. Is that what you think we should do, Nikhil?
I trust your judgment. But if it were me, I think we should leave it and put the defenses back on.
I think that we can look into it and find out what it is without wreaking havoc, and if it's anything that needs to be locked up, we lock it back up. But I can't see what's in there. And if it's something really bad, maybe we can destroy it. And if it's something that could be really good, I say we check it out.
All right then.
If I take a look at the padlock or the thing that's on it, does it have like a key on it?
No, it's just a latch. It's not even
Oh, it's just a
lock.
latch. Oh
Yeah.
god.
It seems
All
the
right.
security was only the force field.
Everyone be on guard.
My bow is already out.
Yep, swords in hand.
Where you
I
aiming
take
your
out
bow?
my tear blaster.
Where are you aiming your turtle blaster?
I would probably
ground
have
at
it
the moment.
ready, pointed at the box, I think.
Okay. Okay.
I would have my knife out, but I would be ready to jump out of the way in case something does come out. Are we ready?
Wait. Can I run down and grab Fuyuko?
MK.
MK.
Well, no,
No,
Fayuka's
Fayuka.
the handle.
Oh, the hammer. Oh.
Yeah, I caught that. I mean, you can. Yeah.
Wait. If we need to destroy something, I want to fully destroy it. And, my sword, though great, may not be able to bring the destructive power needed of, good old Fuyuka. And if MK is not able to use it, I can probably put it to bear.
Yes, because, my tear blaster, two arrow wielders, also a dagger, and then a sword, most certainly can't destroy something.
So are you
Thoroughly.
assuming you know what's going to come out of that box? Or
No,
what it
I'm not,
triggers?
but I feel like you're being extra.
Okay. Open the box.
Dan, about what time of day is it?
It was like maybe mid to late afternoon.
How are we all doing right now?
You know, I live life on the edge. I am
Says the
not
one who wanted to go
100%.
get a hammer.
Yes, and put all my strength into it to destroy whatever pops out of the ground. Whatever Deathbringer is triggered as a last ditch effort to save you guys, yeah. So screw me for wanting to save you guys again.
Yes, because we all need you
All
to
right.
save us.
Whatever.
All right. I'm opening it. And I go ahead and I open the latch and keep my scanner on.
Okay. You open this crate. And inside it, nothing pops out, nothing jumps out, a small machine attacks you. But there's a number of look like odd arc-shaped pieces of metal that I don't know if you're just opening it and touching things, or you just opening it and looking in.
I would be opening, looking in, and using my my focus to see if I can get a reading off of whatever it is, since it was glowing before.
Yeah, you're more able to actually see individual things with your focus. It's like actually noting different objects now that you're able to see inside the crate. But yeah, you see these kind of just not half circles, they're a little too shallow, but arcs, maybe about an inch thick, just pieces of metal. Look really strange. Maybe about 10 of them in there, all stacked fairly neatly. You definitely see what looks like, well, you know what? Give me a tech knowledge roll, difficulty 2. Be int. You could use old ones for this, I think.
Okay, awesome.
You might have run into it before. Okay, yep, that's a success. Because you had to roll better than a 0, because you were trained. You see what look like old one's explosives, not rigged to go off, but some old one explosives in there. It looks like 3 small hand-sized explosives. Occasionally you've seen these before in more bunkers than anything else. But there's one other thing that catches your eye, and it's a small card, like a mechanical computer-esque card with a symbol on it, a circle with a dash in the center, not through, just in.
And I wouldn't have read anything in the past about, like, because I know what that signifies, but would I have read anything about, like, maybe like old one language at some point?
Possibly. You can make a roll for it.
Okay.
I'd say difficulty 3 int.
Okay. Would I be able to apply photographic memory to that?
Yeah. If
Cool.
you've seen it before, then you would definitely recognize it. That's another nat 20. Holy shit.
I'm wasting them now. This sucks.
Nah, it's all good. I'm about to play the lottery right now.
Yeah, I would. Damn. Yeah, that's the symbol for theta. You've seen a number of like, you share the same language as the old ones. You figured that out as much. You're not sure exactly why, but you do. However, these symbols were far less used. They're more symbols
Right.
than anything else. But yeah, you recognize, oh, this is the one that they've said is theta. Okay. And I don't know, I'm not going to say you lift anything up, but you do notice that it looks like there's a hidden panel in the box as you're staring at this theta symbol.
What's inside?
Well, if we're going to cite theta, I think opening this box may have been really helpful. I found some explosives.
Are they rigged
And
to
I found-
explode? What's happening?
They're not rigged. I found explosives, and I found a key card of some sort, or some sort of card. I need to get in and check it. And there's also some sort of a panel in here. I'm gonna go in to take a further look.
Just be careful if there are explosives inside. Could be
Yes.
even more dangerous than we thought.
I want to go and into the box and pick up the card in particular and take a closer look at it.
Okay. So it looks kind of... It all, like, okay, for our mental sake, it kind of looks like one of those old network cards, just without the slot that you would plug the actual cable into.
Oh, okay.
It kind of looks like old PVC board. However, you do see that there is a scannable chip on it that kind of flashes out at you on your focus.
Like scannable with my focus?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go ahead and give it a quick scan?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Difficulty 2. Okay. Yeah. You scan it and
Definitely play lotto.
yeah, seriously.
610, my birthday.
There it is. But yeah, you see the scan and you get like a flash in your vision, not like super uncomfortable, but you see a flash of theta access granted. And that little scannable chip dims.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the key card and put it into like one of my pouches. But that what was it, the keypad you said?
Panel.
The panel.
Just a panel, yeah. Hidden panel.
Can I go up to that and see what that's about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in the box.
Okay. I'd like to do that.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of maybe like see that there's an outline that maybe dust or something is collected, and you're able to press it, and it moves and shifts, and it's a secret compartment. And there are 2 vials with auto injectors, little tiny needle, and on them just says emergency stims.
Wow. I think we got some good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the stems and carefully put the explosives in my pack.
Okay. They do not explode.
Okay, good. And I'll walk out and keep my bag open and show them all, carefully placing it on the floor. So, I'm not sure exactly what these emergency stims are. Dan, would I have like learned anything about that at any point?
Yeah, you could give me, I would say that's more on this like Cypher knowledge than an
Okay.
old one tech knowledge. So in this sense, yeah, you can give me a difficulty 4 int.
Okay, int. Okay.
There are a lot of things that old ones had that,
Yeah. Would this perhaps have medicine applied to it or no?
yeah, I could say that would work for this actually. Yeah.
Good thing I took it. Okay.
Had to happen eventually. Yeah, you're not entirely sure. Stim, it could mean a few different things potentially.
Right.
I mean, you know of people that will ingest stimulants like teas and things, but
Not in this instance. Okay.
this doesn't look like tea, so you're not really sure.
So, I found these. I have no idea what they are. But I also found these explosives. Does anybody want any explosives to maybe make some traps or arrows or something?
I think we should definitely take them.
I'm
Yeah.
not the creative type. I just collect things. I give those
We can have
things to other people.
we can have MK look them over before we
Yeah.
do anything. She'll
Yeah.
know a lot better, assuming she's feeling up to it.
Well, we're gonna need to rest anyway before we move on anywhere. So maybe once she's feeling a little bit better, she can go ahead and take a look and see if she can make anything out of them. Because these could be very useful against any future Deathbringers, right?
Perhaps.
Agreed. What about the other things?
The key card? Or this isn't even really a key card, it's like a weird old one tech.
I meant the
show
other
that.
things. What are those?
The emergency stims?
Yes, what are those?
I said I had no idea. We'll have to figure it out.
Could I see one?
Then hand it over to Manasa.
I kind of like fiddle with it in my hand. Let's see here. Could I use my identify lies, danger, or importance for something like this?
I mean, you can. Yeah.
Because it does say identifying or assessing quality, importance, or function, or power.
The function line would potentially have here. You may not know all of it from this if you've not run into one before, but I'll let you do that. That'd be a difficulty 4 check as well for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know. You haven't seen something like this before. The only thing you can make note of is it looks like it's probably an injectable of some kind, which may be off-putting.
I want to use one of my enabler things. I want to use experienced adventurer,
Yes.
and it gives me a minor effect, even though I didn't roll very good.
Okay, so definitely
But
injectable.
Let me take that away from my thing. I take that away from my
But yeah, it's definitely an injectable. And it says emergency, so you maybe be able to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, in an emergency, this is something you'd want to use for yourself. You don't know exactly what it's going to do, but a minor effect is it's a positive. You know it's a good thing. You have a gut feeling it's good. That's it.
Well, looking at it, I'd say that this thing could be very useful
Do you want
in
one?
a good way. I already have one now.
Well, I mean, to keep it.
I plan on it. Thank you.
Okay.
And I pocket it.
Does anyone want the other one?
I think that we should all just hold one and.
There's
an
2.
emergency- Oh, there's 2. I thought there were more.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I already have one of Nikel's potions.
I guess I'll hold it.
Okay. No, I'll
With
give it
as
over
much
to
as you get hurt, I think that's a good idea. Well, if there's nothing else here, let's say we take another look around this area.
I feel I'm very tired. You guys go ahead of me. I'm going to watch over MK. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do about her when we go on this trip. But I want to be in full spirit and body and soul. So
Yeah, let's get some rest. And then I guess figure out where we're going tomorrow.
I mean, we could all just go explore. And Zaire could stay there. And I mean, Zaire, if you hear something blow up, I mean, I'm sure we'll be fine.
I don't agree with that. There was a Deathbringer here.
I was joking.
Right.
all right.
Aha.
Are we all going to rest? Or are we?
Yes.
Oh, wait,
Great.
let me check something really quick. I'm gonna run back into the box because I remembered that I forgot those arc-shaped metal pieces.
Yeah.
Do I have any idea what those are, or are they just like a...
You can roll for it.
Okay.
You haven't, whether or not you've seen them, I'm not sure. It's not old one tech in the sense that, like technology. So it'd just be an int roll.
Okay. And I also I hate bringing up all my skills, but
No.
I also have archaeology. Would that apply in some sort of a way?
That I think might be a little more applicable in this regard. Yeah. Because you're looking at items or things that would be from a culture potentially more than just technology itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. What difficulty?
Difficulty 3.
Okay.
19. Good lord. That's 2 20s and a 19 from you today. This is the opposite of what you do normally.
I know.
Yeah. This is ammunition for an old one weapon.
Would
you're not
I be
entirely
I remembered we saw those rifles near the bodies.
They were much smaller L-shaped weapons.
Oh, okay. So
You did not see something that these look like they would fit
Okay.
into. But
all right.
this is definitely ammunition for old one weapons. Because of the box and the force field, they don't look rusted at all. Those little small L-shaped ones did.
Okay.
But yeah, there are 10 of these magazines. You vaguely remember hearing that's what they were called at one point.
Oh, they're magazines. And they're filled?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would go ahead and put those into my pack.
Okay.
All
Are
right.
you leaving the room again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're leaving the room, because I'll say this would have happened the first time you left, but I think maybe you're just standing in the door or something.
Administrator, your key.
And the orb gets opened back up out of the console.
Thank you. I would go
You're
and grab it.
welcome, Administrator.
The slot closes after you grab it.
Anything else I may assist you with?
If you could have a designation, would you want it?
I am but a fraction of a bigger designation.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
And I'd start walking out.
Okay.
Wait, before you go. Just for 6. It is easy to believe that everyone in this land is as good as you are in your... Why don't we lock the box up like it was, reactivate the force fields, just in case?
What would be the purpose in that if we
There's
already
nothing
took
else.
everything out of the box?
If someone will come this way looking to do the opposite of what we're doing, maybe they'll have a time being stuck here? I don't know. Precaution. I understand you're a merchant and you're very much on the go type person.
Don't assume who I am. You've done that multiple times this
You
trip.
question everything I say. Everything I bring up.
Yes, because you're overthinking things, and that's why I
Alkali.
question it.
It's fine, I'll go close it
Throwing
up.
people off the path may be something that we can prepare for, whether someone comes or not. Extra precaution.
Yes,
It's
because
not a
we're
bad
totally
thing.
being followed right now.
Right.
We don't know.
I've checked many times. I don't believe that we're being followed.
Exactly.
Something that takes 2
Zeri,
seconds to do.
If it will help you sleep better, I'll go ahead and
I'm
close
going to
it.
go down. It's okay. It's fine. So I just kind of run down.
Dan, I would go and
Sorry,
close the latch and start the force field again if I could.
I look
Yeah.
at Nikel and I go, someone's being very touchy.
Did Zairi touch you?
No, I meant with what... He's being very paranoid.
Oh,
I don't understand why.
Well, Zairi is used to being alone.
And that's...
Paranoia is a good thing when you are in need of being cautious, when you need to look out for machines that can kill you at the mere sight of you.
But right now, I'm talking right now with this group. You know, he says he cares about us and all that, but he doesn't trust us. Feels
I
we're
don't
just
think
going to
that that's
throw our
true.
lives away. He's definitely shown otherwise.
I think
Especially
he's
just
just
now.
concerned.
He's paranoid. There's a difference between being concerned for people and then being paranoid. Don't confuse those two.
We've run into several things now that have threatened our lives and our goals.
And you know what he's done? He has reprimanded anyone who tries to save one of us. He has reprimanded us for going an extra length and doing something dangerous, but he himself has done that. Isn't that a bit hypocritical? And I'm going to look at Alkali.
I would kind of look off to the side, not want to make eye contact.
I thought so. Anyways,
We have
we'll move.
another room to look at, right, Nikel? Did you take any time to look in there, or were you waiting?
I didn't. I just looked in the first room.
Okay, let's just give it a quick look through then.
Yes.
Make sure it's clear.
I was
I'm coming
further
with.
back.
I can't go back.
I was further back, so I would have been on the other side of the hole in the floor.
Yeah, you were
And,
probably like at the top of the stairs before that collapse.
I assume that I'm closer to the room than they are, or was it on their side?
So there's one on each side that no one touched.
Oh,
There's
there-
3 doors on the opposite side and just 2
Oh.
on this side, and you've opened 3 of them total. You had to bash the middle one on the side you're on, Nikel,
Right.
and then they use the key for this one.
There's another door on your side as well.
Oh, right. It's just one door on my side, right, Dan? Okay. Well, I have Manasa with me here. Do you want us to just run in and take a look?
I don't like the word run.
Well,
Walk.
walk in.
Be careful.
Cautiously walk.
Okay.
Walk with caution.
I'm
Does that
going to
sound
try my door. Probably I'm already on the way.
Okay. And these metal doors, this one just opens. It looks like, you know, a person that packs really fast and then leaves and things are just kind of strewn about.
I wouldn't know anybody like that, Dan.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
if
feel
you ever
personally attacked.
meet someone like that in the future, that's what this room looks like. You can search it if you'd like, but on the cursory glance, it looks just like stuff is strewn about.
I'll probably just do a cursory glance. I don't think I would rifle through everything.
Yeah, just cursory, nothing stands out.
There's nothing in this room.
All right, we'll take a look over here.
All right,
Is
be
the-
careful.
We will. Is the
Don't
door
worry,
locked?
we're
Dan?
cautiously walking. With caution.
Take the spice down a little bit, Manasa. Jeez.
Yes, well. Alright, I will for a little bit. Just because you asked so nicely.
You get to the metal door next to the force field room. Open it, or attempt to.
Yeah, I would try to open it.
It opens. And there is a large gate on the inside. Kind of almost looks like a prison cell or something, with bars vertical and horizontal. And you would see another panel, looks almost identical to the one in the force field room. But you would see what looked like the wall lined with spots for weapons, with a single old one weapon up on the wall.
Holy shit. They had so many of those.
Many
Do you know
of
what that is?
I'm looking at it. No.
So, I would take one of the ammunition packs out of my backpack and kind of like try to eye it up and see if it would line up in size to one of the ones on the wall or the one on the wall.
Vaguely looks like it. It's a little hard to tell with the, maybe 7 feet of distance or so, but...
So,
What is that?
imagine a cannon, right?
Alright.
You put
Mhm.
cannonballs in it, ammunition,
Yes. Like my tear blaster.
right?
Yes.
So, I've read a lot of books, and this right here that I have is
Right,
an
the shiny thing,
ammunition for that over there. And I think it might be very helpful for us to possibly use against some of the machines. The projectiles from these weapons that the old ones used, they could do all sorts of things. Some ammunition types could shred through metal and all sorts of different things.
Do they work similar to that of a tear blaster?
If we're getting this, I'm taking it.
Well, I'm just asking, like, how it would work.
Yes.
Like, does it work like a...
Basically. Sorry, I'm just really excited, Manasa.
You have every right to be excited. I mean,
did
you're
you
the one who
find?
found it. Found shiny thing.
A weapon.
Shiny weapon. It's alkalies. Don't worry, I tried to call dibs. It didn't work.
Let me see if I can even get this open.
All right, let me help you.
And I would go over to the keypad or the panel that you mentioned and see if I'm able to access it at all.
How do you do that?
I would try and do some sort of... I would try to touch it and see if it would activate. And if not, I would probably touch my focus and see if anything would pop up.
Yeah. When you get your you touch it, and same kind of thing. The hollow panel kicks on, but nothing immediately happens. When you try to focus and scan it, it kicks up and...
Hello again, Administrator.
Hello. Am I able to gain access to this gate?
Yes, please insert administration key.
Okay. And I would take out the
Same
orb and pop it in.
Access granted. Please use caution with these weapons.
and the gate opens.
Do you have any information on the weapon that is still in there?
One moment.
And there's processing, and it looks like there's a scan point that pops up for your focus.
I would go ahead and try and scan it.
Okay. And you do. And information is downloaded to your focus on this weapon. And that's where we're going to take our break. Okay. So, we're going to take a quick break here. 3 to 5. Oh, and I'm going to burp that. That's fine. But don't touch those dials. We got some cool stuff that you can see during the break, like a trailer for a new show that's coming up.
Impossible.
Unpossible. There.
Possible.
Unpossible.
Unplausible.
But there's that. Check that out. That's really cool. Check out all these lovely players. Check out our Patreon. Check out the cool Monty Cook Games link that we've got for this show. So many cool things happening. The year isn't over, but the content has just begun. I thought that was clever. Anyway, we'll
clever.
see you in 3 to
That was
5. Welcome back. Right before the break, Alkali had just discovered an old one weapon. What she now knows, as she has downloaded it, as an M16 in very good condition, where she has found some ammunition in the box from the previous room. She now knows pretty much what it can do functionality-wise, as she asked this console about it.
Oh, man. So, this is as if you fire 3 arrows at once.
I've seen Aloy
Amazing.
fire 2 at once, but 3?
Yeah, oh. We'll save it for, I guess, something important. I would very carefully take it off the wall and examine if it has like any straps or anything like that to see if I could put it on me.
It looks like it's got some notches that would be where straps would go, but no straps
Okay.
attached.
So it looks like there's supposed to be something here. Maybe I could have Zairi make a strap for it.
Sure, he would enjoy that.
Yeah. Okay, do you see anything else in the room before we head back down?
Take a look around.
Cursory glance, no. You're gonna be much more thorough. You can roll for it.
Okay, I will roll for it. Would I roll my identifying lies, danger, importance, that kind of thing, or would I just roll perception, like just
Might be
a
more
plain
of a
one?
perception in this sense, yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't know what you're identifying.
Yeah.
You're more just looking around, trying to find anything. So yeah, perception, difficulty 7.
Okay.
There's nothing easily seen here. Maybe there's something hidden, maybe there's something not. Yeah, no. Looks like the room is pretty picked clean by whoever is here first.
And I didn't see anything on my focus, right? I assume?
No, nothing
Okay.
that popped out.
All right, well, if you haven't seen anything else,
All right.
there's one room left? No, that was all of them. Okay. That should be all of the rooms up here then.
Okay. And you didn't find anything in the other room, right?
No. It looked as if someone had left in a hurry.
Okay. Nickel, do you remember if there was some sort of a strap on those other weapons that were in that other room?
They look too small.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let's go down and check on Zairi and MK and maybe get some rest.
All right. That sounds like a good idea.
So as you walk downstairs, you would see MK on her mat that you set her there, with the wet cloth on her forehead. Maybe a little heavier breathing. Looks like she's passed out. Zaidi as well. He's been pushing way too hard from, as you kind of all have commented on, and he is just out like a light.
Would I be able to take out like any sort of like a covering or like a blanket type deal from my backpack?
Yeah, I mean, you have blankets.
Okay. I just go put it on Zairi where he's sleeping.
Yeah, it looks like he may have rushed himself a bit too much and just plopped.
Worried himself to sleep.
He just cares.
We did fight with the Deathbringer.
We did. I agree, that is tiring work enough.
How did he even think of using its own weapon? That was honestly so cool.
It was amazing, indeed, but I want to know what he was thinking when he decided he was going to climb on it. Like a tree.
He was thinking of us.
Poor excuse.
The
If we were to
timing.
do that,
The timing
if we were
was.
to do that and do the same thing, we would have gotten scolded by him. I'm not discrediting him. What he did was amazing.
I know what you mean.
Thank you.
But for now, let's just think of a better way to communicate that with him. Because this bickering is getting really old.
And I agree. I also agree that the fact that he keep using an ultimatum against us is not fair. He's been the only one of the group who has threatened to leave because he can't take it anymore. That's not very fair to us, now is it?
No.
I understand he cares. I care as well, but you don't see me stomping my feet around saying that I'm going to leave you all.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
What do you suggest that we do about it?
Well,
Would you give him an ultimatum?
I mean, you don't fight fire with fire. In this case, anyways. However, we do need to make it known that he cannot be doing this. It's not fair to any of us.
Yeah.
He can't keep giving us this ultimatum of him leaving. If he is going to do it, then he's going to do it. But
It also
hanging it
ends
over
up-
our heads is not all right. And it leaves
Yeah.
bad blood.
Well, it rips MK apart too, so.
And that's also not fair to her. He doesn't see what he's doing is actually hurting us. I admit that I cannot get through to him. Maybe one of you can.
Okay. Let's just give it some time.
We'll get some rest and then we'll see about finding a way on out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a look around outside.
Be careful.
Do you have
Won't
one of
go
your
far.
potions?
I do.
Okay.
Although, it was one of the ones that smelled a little strange.
Ah. I would go ahead and take the potion out of my pocket and hand it over to Nikel. Just in case.
What potion is this?
Full health.
All right, I take the funny smelling potion. Probably has stink lines going up from it. And I will sort of dump it out off to the side somewhere.
Okay. Kind of hits and congeals for a little bit.
And then I'll walk outside.
God, I really hope he doesn't drink that.
Well, hopefully he'll opt for the one I handed him. Let's get our spots ready to sleep.
All right,
I'll unpack Nikel's too.
I'll go ahead and I'll roll out the bed rolls. I'll double check on MK.
Yeah. She's about the same. Looks like her fever hasn't broke yet, but her
Okay.
breathing is steadied.
All right. She still feels really hot.
Yeah, she's still pretty warm.
Okay. I'm going to take a piece of my cloth. I'm just gonna rip it off, and I'm going to make like a makeshift like hand towel. And I'm going to moisten it with some water that I have in my water skin. And I'm gonna place it on her forehead.
Okay. Yeah, replacing the rag.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
All right. Well, she still feels the same.
She just
No
needs
break
a
in
little bit of
temperature.
time. That's all. I would
I
go
hope
ahead
so.
and like kind of give her a little bit of water as well to try and make sure she's staying hydrated.
Yep. You're able to get her to drink it without her choking. That's a easy enough roll. Maybe she mumbles a little bit about jerky and then drifts back off into her fever sleep. Okay. So you two are setting up your own beds to get ready, and we'll pop outside real quick to Nikhil before the night ends. What are you doing, Nikhil? Outside this big building, the Deathbringer's corpse, so to speak, is collapsed. Yeah. You can see the sun is still up. It's probably maybe like 5 p.m.-ish. And since you're maybe more up north, like, you might have another hour or two before it's going to start setting.
Yes, I will, I'll try and find somewhere that I can have a good vantage point of the area.
The top of the building would probably be your best bet if you're looking for just an easy vantage point.
I'm gonna try and climb it.
Okay. Give me a climb check of 3.
Is there anywhere that I can secure a rope?
If you've got a grappling hook, maybe. Are you trying to just lasso it up onto like a roof or something?
Yeah, I'd probably just try and tie something heavy to the end of the rope.
Okay. Yeah.
I assume there's a lot of debris around if it's a, partially.
Oh yeah, I mean,
collapsed
there's
building.
pieces of Deathbringer around too,
Yeah.
so you can easily find that.
I'll just kind of tie a knot, and make something heavy on the end of the rope to kind of throw up and over something to help me climb.
Yeah, could you give me a speed check of 2? Unless you've got a throwing skill specifically. Okay, yep. You kind of lash it around and whip it up, and it kind of gets caught on something up on the roof.
I test it.
Seems like it'll hold. It'll give you an asset to climbing.
All right, and I will try to climb up.
Okay, climb. Difficulty 3, 1 asset.
Accidentally closed my character sheet. Good job.
Change your mind. Go to bed.
You said difficulty 3 with 1 asset, right?
That is correct. Easy. Yep. You climb right on up to the roof. Anything you're looking for in particular?
Danger.
Just one. Fair enough. Why don't you go ahead and give me just if it's just for danger in general, perception. It's still light out, so difficulty 4.
You don't get any assets for being up high?
Yeah, you can get an asset for being up high. Yeah.
14.
Didn't need it, but still. Well done. Yeah. You don't see any danger. There aren't any Deathbringers meandering about. Maybe as you kind of look north to try to see, like, oh, is there... Well, she mentioned that Site Theta is to the north somewhere. I don't see anything, but the wind is going. The sand is whipping a bit. And it was mentioned like 30 miles to Site Theta.
I thought it was 30 miles.
30, yeah.
Okay.
Not 13, unfortunately. But yeah, you're not seeing any danger that way. Kind of look around. Maybe as you look back toward the riverbed, you see that strange metal fish again. And yeah, nothing too much. You see a few dunes out in the distance that might act as some waypoints. Like if you do go north, you can kind of see a few landmarks, so to speak. Big enough dunes that probably won't shift and drift too much by that time. So if you do move that direction next, you'll get an asset for any pathfinding you need to do, Nikhil.
I think while I'm up here, I feel a bit more at ease when I'm concentrating on like the area around me. It just feels more natural to me, where I'm thinking more about any potential threats, any sort of any I think it's more like my home, even though it doesn't look like my home.
You're doing your job.
Yeah.
You're doing what's familiar to you. Yeah.
And I'm staring out across this sort of wasteland of a city, and I think to myself, everyone else seems to be so worried. They're on the brink of panic. Seeing these Deathbringers again is surely a bad sign. If I am to be the leader that they want me to be, I have to make sure that they are confident that we can defeat anything that we come across, even a Deathbringer. I must show them.
How long do you stay up there, Mikkel?
Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, and we'd see Nikel looking over as the sun maybe starting to think of setting. Getting maybe just a little bit colder. And then you see him
Start to make my
climb.
way down.
Perfect. All right. Are you doing anything else before you head to bed, Nikel?
I look at the rest of the group.
They're all at cold at this point. It's been a long day.
Walk over to MK. Just like kneel down, look at her. Probably feel her head.
Still feverish.
I know you'll feel better soon. You still have to save my life some more. I'll surely need it. I'm going to look and notice that my sleep area was kind of prepared already. I smile. And I head to bed.
Okay. The evening passes. You'd all roughly, when you do wake, it would be still dark out, as you're maybe going to bed around 5:30ish. Everyone will get a full rest. You'll feel nice and refreshed, having good shelter for the first time in a while. And, yeah. You all can wake up as you deem you would.
I'll be gone.
Nikel will be, as per usual, not in bed when the first person wakes, which at this point would more than likely be Zaidi, as he usually gets up, though Alkali is normally, you may have gotten like the habit of nodding at each other. You get up, she kind of maybe looks over and nods as she's reading.
Morning.
Manasa is maybe snoring softly as she's one of the last to wake up with, normally MK as well, but MK is still pretty passed out.
So now he glances over at Alkali and just kind of like half smiles and nods and starts packing stuff. Putting back on his armor, stuff like that.
What are the rest of you doing as you wake and stir?
Waking up.
I would probably close my book now that I know that Zairi is up as well. And I'd probably go over and check out and see if MK is any cooler or if she's still really, really burning up.
She's definitely cooler. Doesn't seem like the fever broke, but it is dropping a bit.
Okay.
Ugh. How does she feel?
She's still warm, but it's starting to come down a little bit.
Good. You don't think she's still up for travel though, right?
Dan, would I think that we could safely move her to another place? Or would we kind of have to keep her indoors?
Give me a medicine check. 1
Okay.
difficulty. Yeah, so you should be able to move her pretty safely, especially if you're moving at night, which is what it is right now. In the day, in the heat of the day, in the desert, it'd probably be a pretty bad idea. But at night, where it's a lot cooler, as long as you have her in blankets on this Strider, it should be safe.
Well, it's not as hot as it is during the day, so yeah, we should be able to take her with us, no problem.
All right, good. We'll have to figure out which direction we're going though.
Well, that facility that the AI up there said was nearby, Theta.
Mm-hmm.
We might find a lot of answers about what we're looking at.
Is that on our path?
Well, I would pull out the PDA and kind of like show her on the map how it's 30 miles north, but kind of a little bit off the way from to the west. So that's where we're supposed to go for the signal.
All right.
But this is much closer.
It doesn't seem too far off.
Yeah, no, it should be fine.
All right.
I mean, it's up to everyone really, but if we're gonna be traveling and we
Maybe
want
we should
answers,
show them this.
right? Where did?
Zairi go?
Yeah.
You saw him just kind of, as he was getting his stuff packed up, he stepped out the door.
Oh, I guess he's ready to go.
All right, well, I'll get my things packed. If you want to
Yeah.
go find Nikel, I'll get MK's things packed as well.
All right. Mine's already packed. Can you put it on the Strider?
I got it.
Okay. Thank you. And I would probably put a hand on Manasa's back. Nod at her and walk out.
Okay. Nikhil, where were you exactly? Would Zairi have bumped into you, or if Alkali steps outside, would she bump into you as well?
I probably would have been doing my morning exercise.
Okay.
And I assume that I'd probably be returning about the same time that Zairi steps out.
Okay. And it wasn't that much longer after, maybe a good minute or so
Okay.
is when Alkali would step out.
Oh. Well, that made my job easy. Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
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 How's everyone feeling?
Good.
I would kind of dart a look over at Nikel and look over at Zairi while he's doing his stuff and furrow my brows a little bit.
Oh, do you have bags? I can put them up for you.
No.
Oh,
But
okay.
are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Fit. good rest. Lots of mind at ease. Good rest.
Okay. So MK should be safe to travel with us to wherever we go, but we do have to discuss where we want to go.
Good. Well, we can take a look around the town, or we can perhaps the only other place that we've seen would be that site, but I don't know if we should be going there.
Maybe we should check out some of the other buildings here before we head out. Give MK some time. Or we could just go to that facility. It's up to you guys.
I don't know where else we would go. I've taken a look around from up on top of the building. It didn't seem like there were any other Deathbringers or any other danger that was approaching last night. But I couldn't really see anywhere else we could go.
Did it look like the other buildings would be at all useful to go and take a look at, Dan? Or they all kind of look like they're really broken down?
They looked pretty broken down. A couple of them were just outright collapsed. One of them collapsed because of the Deathbringer. Some of them are about in like half pieces. There were a couple that you two had like slipped through and around to get around the side. They're all pretty badly weathered compared to the main one. You could search them, of course.
Okay.
But again, cursory glance, just a quick. They look. Meh.
So, what do you two think? Should we check out some of these buildings, or should we just pack up and head to this site?
Whatever you think.
Well, maybe we can find some other ideas about where we could go if we check these other buildings. I don't think it could hurt.
Okay, I agree with you.
I am a bit hesitant, however, as there was a Deathbringer here. There might be more.
Well, I guess it's better for us to take a look around here than to trek 30 miles out of the way, right?
Perhaps.
Okay. Oh, Zairi, I thought maybe you might want to take a look at this.
Oh. Look at what?
Yeah, you were asleep by the time we got downstairs, but take a look at this bad boy. And I would take the gun out and kind of like show it to him.
What is this?
An old one weapon.
I'm assuming this is used to project something of some sort?
Yes. And I have the ammunition.
Oh.
Yeah. We got really lucky.
How big is this thing?
Out of character, it kind of looks about the size of an M16.
It doesn't look like this was made to shoot at or project anything towards a machine because of the size. But I wonder what else, what they use this for. Others?
Yeah. I mean, it looks way smaller than those machines, but I remember I would pull up kind of the info, I guess, like that I saw. This thing can do quite a bit of damage. I was able to find out some information from the AI upstairs. So, but, I know you're really good at leatherworking and stuff, so, there's no strap for it. Would you want to make me one? don't have to.
Zaire, you seemed... Well, you always seemed like you enjoyed the leatherworking.
There are tech issues. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, I wasn't.
We're pausing for a moment, by the way. We're not taking a break, but Tech is dealing with just a quick minor audio issue. Give us a second. He's not Zyred is not being this coy and this broody.
Technical issues.
I'm sure he's never heard that, and definitely doesn't want to hear it again. But Manasa, what are you doing? We'll ask you what you're doing real quick while Tech works on this. Take your time, man. You're good. Manasa by herself with MK. You can cover up if you like, Frank.
I am looking through my things and I'm packing. I may be also snooping.
Oh? Snooping where?
Through MK's bags.
Okay. What are you doing?
I don't know, what am I finding?
Well, I mean, go ahead and give me a scavenging check. Like that.
What
I'd say,
difficulty?
2. You find many of her belongings. You find what looks like her personal ration store. Not stolen or anything, just her personal, like, apparently backup one that she keeps with her at all times.
Okay.
You find, I mean, there's her tools, there's everything you'd kind of expect in a, an adventurer's pack.
Typical of her. Nothing interesting. But I'm going to glance on over to Alkali's bag. Would she? I don't think she would mind. Only a peek. Only a peek. I'm gonna walk on over to her bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to flip the flap open, and I'm gonna kind of stand like a little far away from it and kind of like, do I see anything?
You can give me the same roll you just did, and if you succeed, Alkali can tell you what you might see.
Isn't this MK's bag?
She just looked at MK's.
Oh, okay.
Now she walked over to Alkali's and got an 18. There's no extra special minor or major effect, but what would she see at the top of your bag if she just kind of flipped it open and just...
So at the top of Alkali's bag, you would probably see, clothes and arrows and stuff and like other things that she has up there. The PDA would be on top, but you would have to rifle like a little deeper if you wanted to find out if there was anything else.
Here's your answer.
So, Kat's camera is lagging hard. I think she might have disconnected, but she got
Hello?
stuck on that contemplating face.
I thought she was just thinking.
She really had to think very hard about whether to rob her best friend.
Oh no, am I back now?
Yes.
You're back now, I
kind of.
think. Yes. You're
Is my
catching up.
camera still?
Yeah, you're
okay.
roboting. You're just catching up, I think. Maybe.
Domo arigato.
Ooh, just having a nice
Is
internet
that
spike there.
auto? Yeah. This is what happens when you make too much privacy.
Yeah, you should never do that again. This
You
is
should
all
never
your
do this again. See, this is what happens.
chat. Let it be
Cameras.
known if you look through people's bags, your internet starts to die.
All right, let's hear. Am I still a robot?
It
Little
looks
bit.
like you're coming back.
It's slowly coming back, maybe better and better, just a tiny bit.
This is what you get for violating my trust, you vile woman.
I'm so sorry.
All right,
I regret everything.
that's fine. You're good now, but we're gonna go
Out
back
of character,
outside.
not in character.
You're good now, but you've
Okay, I'm
looked
gonna-
through people's
okay.
bags.
All
We're
right,
gonna
so
go to the outside, unless you've got
yeah.
something else you were doing.
Nope, I don't.
All
I
right.
flipped the pack back, and I don't peek any further.
Great. Okay. The bag shuts.
She
doesn't cursed. notice
the blood.
It's her.
Oh God.
The corpses of all my enemies.
So the last thing we heard out
Zaire,
here.
I was thinking, we were both thinking that you might enjoy making a strap.
You're muted. Sorry. Muted.
So, if you're interested, you could, in fact, maybe make us make her a strap. Because you liked making the pants so much for Manasa. But if you don't want to, I understand.
Test 1, 2, 3.
There you
Test
are.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Out of character. Don't touch anything during the show. We'll break everything. Anyway, all right. In character. I am sorry. A lot on my mind. Yeah. Of course. Yes. I'll make. Yeah. Sure.
Thank you.
I'll. If we're not leaving right away, I can go ahead and start on that for you now. Or are we plan on leaving now?
Well, we were trying to figure out where we should go next. If we stay here, we can have a look around the buildings, which is what I suggested. Otherwise, we can go to this other site that...
Theta, yeah.
Yes, Theta.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me know what you want to do, and then I'll work around it.
Well, I guess let's go explore these other buildings, and by the time we get back, we'll probably be pretty tired, I guess, and maybe it'll give MK some more time to get better anyway, and we can travel tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll work on your strap then. Unless you need me.
Do you want to check out these buildings with us or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let
So
me
we'll do that when we
let
get
me
back.
just go get my things.
Okay.
Okay. So the three of you head off to... I'd say there's about maybe 2 buildings that look intact. Again, they look kind of residential. Both on the left side. Do we just say the first or the second one?
I would definitely have my focus on and be looking to see if I find any blips or anything like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception, difficulty 5.
Okay. Difficulty 5, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and apply... I'll apply an effort to it. Just one.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't help, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you don't see any blips that pop up. Nothing of that sort.
You said there were 2 buildings to our left?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head on over to the first one.
Okay. Yeah, so the door has long since crumbled. It is just a door frame that you see Nikhil walk up to. Just a single-story building. Do you walk right in, or just kind of look at it first? What are you doing?
Probably will take a look, like just barely through the doorway, to see if it looks like anything is about to fall down on me.
Yeah, I would say that's an int check of, I'd say 5 as well. Less perception, more like architecture, engineering. You're unsure. It's possible that it could. It might not. You see Alkali off, kind of maybe getting distracted, poking through some of the rubble behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably head in then.
Okay.
To the building.
You see Nikhil walk into the building. Zayadi, what are you doing?
He's just kind of keeping notes of everything around the structure, like the foundation. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of like sticks to one side where it looks a little bit more sturdy and slips in.
Same building or the other one?
Which one is Alkali in?
She's not in either of them.
Okay,
She was outside.
I guess I follow behind Whack. I mean, excuse me, Nikhil.
Okay. Yeah, so you two go into this building. Anything in particular looking for, or just looking around for anything useful kind of thing?
Anything useful.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a scavenging check. I believe we've usually had that be speed-based. But I can easily check that on Manasa's sheet. Yep, it is speed. So scavenging check, difficulty 4.
I'll put 1 free effort in.
Ooh.
Still
Does all
not
that
good
speed
enough.
edge. Oof. Yeah, nothing terribly useful. If it could have been that this has been scavenged before, or whatever was here is long since gone.
Did you find anything?
No. So Zaidi's just kind of like shaking his head. He didn't really look hard. He just kind of like peeked around. Nothing that he usually do, like hardcore. He just kind of looked around, just like,
Yeah.
no, just old building.
Yes, and I kind of am like dusting off my hands a bit. Yes, it didn't really look like there was anything, but I thought it might be good to at least take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I would probably be checking out the other building.
Okay. Go ahead and you can give me a scavenging check if you're also just looking for anything useful. Difficulty 4, speed.
Okay.
There it is.
And yeah.
Had to happen.
I was waiting because it has to happen once an episode.
Yep.
Would
It's
you
too
like
good
to
to be true.
Gotta get to tier 6.
I've got
you gotta get to
nothing.
tier 6.
I have no experience, so I'm
Oh,
gonna...
yeah, you can't pay for it to be
Nope.
denied. Oof.
That's
This
okay.
is the first inevitable GM intrusion we've had. Okay.
I'm gonna take an experience and give one to Zaire.
Okay. Mark that experience, anxiety.
Oh yeah, let me definitely do that.
Well, so Alkali went into the other building from what you two just went through. You're digging through some rubble, Alkali, as you're trying to look for anything, and something does kind of point out to you, like, oh, is that, it almost looks like, yeah, maybe a couple bundles of wire. That could be useful. Do you take them? Would you take them if you didn't realize there was a GM intrusion here? Is maybe a better question.
I would absolutely. I want to note though, I do have gloves on.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, you grab the coils of wire. Unfortunately, it looked like it snagged a bit of something. No electricity or anything. I think that's what you were trying to imply with the gloves. But it did look like it snagged something, and you feel a rumble. As I think this building was a little less stable than you thought, and you may have, in fact, chipped a piece.
Oh.
That may have just been useful for it to stay up as well as you'd like. Can you go ahead and give me a difficulty 5 speed defense check?
Oh,
No,
fuck.
this is not against a machine.
I am gonna go ahead and use, yeah, I don't have anything, so I'm gonna use some effort here.
Okay. That might be wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 effort.
Okay.
Oh, brother.
You have an XP that you can re-roll with, if you so desire. Otherwise, that is definitely a failure.
I guess I'm using it.
And now, if you do that, you take the cost of the first, and if you put effort, you take the cost of that too.
Crap.
You two would hear a rumble from the building next to you.
Right.
Not your building, but the one next to you.
So Zaidi kind of just like sighs, like,
I'm gonna apply 3 effort this time. Whee.
There's an 18. All right. You just used up 10 speed for that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did, but I don't want to die, so.
Jesus.
You feel the building rumble. You realize your mistake.
Oh,
You can add 2 wire coils to your inventory as you sprint out of the building and dive out a window as the building collapses. Dust sprays. If you two look out the building, you would see Alkali on her side.
Start rushing over.
Zaidi jogs behind Nico.
I'm
You
gonna be
all right?
sick. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
What happened?
It wasn't as stable as it looked.
I told you to be careful.
I tried.
Zaidi kind of smirks at that comment. To himself, not like to everybody. Just kinda
I got
like
it.
turns his head.
A couple coils of wire, though. And
Was
you
it
would see
worth it?
Alkali visibly, like, shaking like a leaf. Well, I'm alive. Oh, fuck. I would like to go, relax a little bit.
I think that's a good idea. Let's get you back.
Okay.
I can take her back if you want to continue on your search, Nikhil, or we can go back together.
I can go by myself. It's fine. It's right over there. I'll holler if there's anything.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not that bad. I need to chill out for a little bit. And I would get up, dust myself off, and start walking back towards the building that we were staying in.
Puffs of dust follow every step of her for a few moments. And you two are by the collapsed building.
So Zaidi just kind of like looks at the situation, looks back at her, and just kind of like does one of these and like,
Should we start looking over here?
Yes, I suppose so.
Aye. He just kind of like leads the way towards the building.
Okay. There's a couple of half collapsed buildings. Nothing else like fully intact left.
Do you see any way in?
There's always a risk. There's always a way in. But I don't think this is worth our time after seeing what just happened.
I think you're right.
Shall we, either keep looking or head back?
I suppose we should head back.
Aye.
I was hoping that we would find something. At least...
Maybe you'll... Oh, yeah.
At least something to dissuade us from going to this other place.
Persuade who? Us or them?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, everything happens for a reason, Nikel. Everything. All right. Let's head back.
Okay. The two of them walk back to the main building. Now, would you two be working on getting the Strider ready to go? Or are you two... I mean, I guess the Strider is pretty much packed, right, Zardy?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So... And it would probably just be mostly MK is the only one that is still not ready, in quotes, even though her bag is still packed. So you two would arrive and see Alkali and Manasa inside.
I would have also probably taken the opportunity to get a little bit of rest in, so...
You can take your free action recovery rolls. I'm assuming that's what you meant by that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And a max roll for you, not bad. That almost gets you back everything from that.
Well, we had another look around. The other buildings are too dilapidated for us to go inside.
Oh,
All right. Well, at least you give it a shot.
yeah.
Did we agree on where we're going now?
I don't think we have any other place outlined for us to go. Unfortunately.
That just gives us options.
Manasa, are you okay to still ride on the Strider with MK?
Yes. Unless you want to.
No. I'm okay. I just needed a
Alright.
minute.
Well, I'm fine. We can wait out until you're feeling better to...
No. I'm okay. Sayuri, how quick do you think you can make a strap? I don't want to rush you, so...
I mean, the leather's already cured and dry and still have tons left over because I have not made the bag yet. So I can take what I was going to do for that and make your strap.
Perfect.
Give or take 2 or 3 shadow turns, maybe.
Okay.
I can get started on that now while you rest some more, if that's the call.
Dan, about if we do have him make a strap for it, would it still be kind of nighttime?
Yeah. I mean, he said
Okay.
shadow turns, but making a strap and getting kind of notches in it wouldn't take you,
Okay.
I'm assuming that's not 3 days.
No.
That was an assumption,
Just
yeah.
like
It's
how the
quick,
sun positions itself a while. It's like pretty quick. It's like 30-40 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because he's
that's-
already fashioned the strap actually
Right.
for
Yeah,
the bag,
for the-
but he didn't
for the bag.
complete it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're just
Okay.
retrofitting it. Yeah.
I just
so
wanted to clarify.
you could just make me Zaidi a difficulty 1 crafting check, intellect based.
Okay.
Since you've already done most of the legwork on this already, you don't need to do like a speed check for accuracy. Okay, that's a nat 20.
Does it have ammo slots in it and perhaps a laundry machine?
He's got like embroidery on it, you know? Just like
Just putting like
it's
beautiful riveting
extremely
work.
detailed, yeah.
I could say that what it'll at the very least maybe you've put a couple of slots where a couple extra magazines can set, which will make it so that if for some reason you're running out in a fight, Alkali, you can quickly change it out without having to go into your bag for an action.
Made a bandolier.
Essentially,
Press a button on it and it just reloads the gun
Slaps
for you.
it and ammo flips into the gun. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
yeah, you more or less made a miniature bandolier for her on the strap of the gun itself.
Come here. Let me fit this.
Yeah.
So he's just sit down in front of me. So he's gonna be working with her in front of him, and just kind of like constantly measuring around her.
Really
Hopefully this is not awkward. I don't want to.
No, you're good.
Okay. So he's just like going around her and fitting it and make sure. Let's just say he makes it extra comfortable, I guess, and like.
Yeah. Oh, you can. You got a nat 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Are there any details you're putting on it?
Yeah, let's say he takes since he has his knife, he kind of embroiders it, and he puts a little extra care in it because it was something for Manasa, but he wants to make it more personal for her, for Alkali. So he draws like, just like shapes of like old one, I guess drawings you've seen and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the entryways to like a cauldron or something like that.
yeah.
Sure.
So he embroiders it, and then he takes a little bit of water that he has and like, gets the dust and stuff, make sure the leather is stretchable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, do not look. I have to say this is some of my best work. Even though I work with metal. So he like straps it on her and then like turns her around and looks at her and is like, yeah. Yeah. That is good. I don't know. I think we might have some spare metal that may show you how you look. But check it out. Look. Like,
I would
flips
open
it up
my
to her
eyes.
and he gets the. Let's say, is there any spare metal like that we have MK or may have on her or what?
I mean, there's an entire Deathbringer outside too,
Oh, yeah.
so you you could find spare
Manasa
metal.
didn't shove the entire thing into her pack?
You thought it was a bag of holding. It's only a minor bag of holding.
I couldn't.
Manasa's
wish I
like
did.
threaded the straps of her pack through the Deathbringer. It's like
I can handle it.
Gains
I
like
got it.
70-ton strength solely for looting.
Okay, well, for this instance, he's just gonna show it to her, and then he's gonna ask if she then he'll put it on. So, here, it's not much, but I tried.
Sayuri,
Yes,
this is
it's okay if you don't like it. I can redo some things on it.
No.
I mean,
this is the most beautiful thing that anyone's ever given me. Thank you.
yeah. Well, let's put it on. So he like loosens it, straps it. May I?
Yeah.
Okay. So he reaches around and buckles it and pulls it tight. There should be comfort now. So these slots are here for the ammunition. Maybe this slot can hold your whatever else, ball, knife, something of some sort. And there's some extra pockets here. And this you can be adjustable, but I can probably add more to it. But yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Kind of like
I'd give him a
awkwardly
hug.
smiles.
There's no ammo in it. It's fine.
He returns the hug and is like, there's nothing. It's nothing. You look good.
I would kind of turn to everybody with like the gun in my hands and the strap on. Do I look badass?
your ass looks fine.
Yes, Alkali. You look great. It suits you. And yes, your ass is also fine. it's probably better than fine since you got some rest.
Yeah. All right. So, are we ready to load up MK and check out this site theta?
I guess so. There's no real other choice, I think. I don't plan on randomly traversing this wasteland.
Well, about 30 miles north. I would pull out the PDA and show it to Nikel. 30 miles north. We're here. This is where that facility is.
All right, well, you have the map. Do you want to lead the way?
Yeah.
I'll follow behind.
Okay. Manasa and MK are loaded up onto the Strider as you make your way north. Before we end this, who's taking the lead?
I probably would, since I have the map and everything.
Okay. Could you go ahead and give me a tracking roll? I believe most tracking, let's see, I'm gonna look at Nikel here. I believe that's speed-based for your tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, no, following is int. Okay, so yeah, you could use int for that. That would also work. You're using the map too, so.
Yes.
Map
in
will
this
be an
instance,
asset.
since I have the map in front of me so I can kind of see where we're going, would I be able to use my navigation? It says, you practically never get lost if finding your way ever requires a roll. The difficulty is reduced by 3 steps.
Yeah, you've got a map.
Okay.
You've got a map. So, yeah, and okay, then that'll work. Go ahead and difficulty 4, but you've got a map.
Okay, so that would bring it down to 1.
Yes.
Okay. Do I still have that asset or no?
No, you don't. I realize
good.
that
I
with
don't
that
need
skill,
it. That's what I was saying.
overrides that asset easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you needed to roll a 3, you got an 11. So. Yeah, you're gonna have no trouble getting there. Nikel, maybe occasionally if you're walking next to her, like, if she ever needed to, you can kind of point out, like, the dunes that you saw. If you were leading, Nikel, you would have gotten an asset from those, but yeah, you travel. Now, you've done the rolls. 30 miles is about a day's travel on foot if you're keeping it moving with minimal breaks, and you've got a Strider for your injured people, so you can keep going. And if you're okay with that, we're just gonna jump ahead as morning breaks during your travels. Would there be anything you would be doing while you're traveling for the day?
I would probably I would try to, I guess, take like photographs like in my brain to try and remember certain points so I could like write this down on my journal.
Landmarks.
Okay. What?
Landmarks.
Landmarks.
Yeah. Landmarks. That's the word. And I would probably internally, no, not even internally, but like verbally to myself. Some people could hear it if they were close to the Strider, but I'd be like 1, 2, and it'd be if I saw anything like super shiny in the distance that like shine in the light.
Okay. The rest of you, would you be doing anything in particular with about like 8 hours of walking? It's night, so you're not having to deal with the extreme heat. You might actually have to put a coat on at one point, or like some extra furs, because deserts get very cold at night.
Zaidi's just using tactics. He's used to traveling in like really bad conditions, so he's just kind of like conserving his energy, breathing with every step, just controlled breathing and very much self-care. He's not really have his head on a swivel. It's dark. He's just kind of paying attention to what's in front of him and whatever's in his peripheral vision.
Okay. Mikhail, Alkali?
I probably would have just made sure that I fashioned some of the, or not fashioned, but like put some of the ammunition and everything into the gun's whole strap. But other than that, I'm probably just focused on navigating.
Okay.
I think that yeah, I'd just be checking periodically to make sure we're on the right path, and doing my normal head on a swivel kind of thing.
Okay. Mikhail, could you give me a tracking check? You'll get an asset from before. Difficulty 4.
Oops, that was without an asset, but...
Okay. You still succeeded, just barely, but if you had been an asset step off, I would have given it to you. Yeah, so yeah, you're able to... Every now and then, maybe you notice like you're starting to drift a little, and you're able to correct that, which keeps you on track and on time to arrive around the time of morning. And so we'll do that. Morning hits. Maybe the sand is dulled a little bit in terms of wind. It's a little more quiet as you start to start sloping down a little into a valley. There's still sand here, but it's clear that wherever this is, it goes down. It almost looks like a sinkhole if you were far enough away and you thought the sinkhole was close. But as you approach, it is a large crater, able to be walked in. And at the center, you see a very small, round building, for lack of better terms, maybe 10 feet wide. It's about maybe 100 feet down at a 30-degree angle or so.
There. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that it?
It's the only other thing here. We're going to have to go down into the crater, though.
That looks pretty steep.
Agreed. The Strider won't be able to make it down there, I don't think.
Looking around, Dan, would I be able to see like an easy kind, or like an easier kind of route for us to take, possibly?
You can go ahead and give me a perception check. This is not going to be with your focus. It's just you looking in general. Difficulty 2. Yeah, it looks like one of the sides is sloping a little less. Maybe instead of like 30 degrees, it's 20. So it's just enough that, yeah, probably the Strider would be fine. If you slip, you'll slide down, but you might not hurt yourself.
Over there, look.
If we...
The Strider can...
If we walk this way, and I'm going to sort of point as if we do sort of a zigzag pattern down.
Switch back, more or less?
Yes.
Okay.
If we walk this way, we should retain our footing better than if we tried to walk straight down. We might fall.
Right, and it looks a little bit easier over there at that point. You see that, Nikhil?
I think so.
We could probably get the Strider down it if we take it slow.
But in case we have to quickly leave this area, I don't think that would be a quick escape. I think the Strider should stay here, honestly. I don't really feel bringing the Strider down there would be beneficial.
I mean, it's going to be faster at climbing than us. This isn't that steep of a slope. And we also have MK. It's going to be difficult to carry her down if we don't have the Strider, so...
Then we can't keep her out here.
Yeah.
All right.
Not in this sun.
Yeah. Slow and steady. You got this, Manasa?
Got it.
Okay.
I'll lead the way.
Can everyone give me a balance check? Manasa, you will do this for the Strider, more or less. Balance of 3. Those of you that pointed that
speed?
out. Speed, yes.
And you said difficulty 3?
16.
This is something that Nikel is not good at.
Wow,
So
that's 3
difficulties.
16s in a row, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Whoa!
So if you roll a 16, this thing is cursed.
We are Siamese.
Inability, yeah, that's right. Nikel is bad at balancing. But he succeeded nonetheless with an 11 when he needed a 9. So, all of you are able to go down. Maybe occasionally, Nikel, you feel yourself kind of slipping a little bit, but you're able to catch yourself just enough with a bit of your exerted effort. And you all make it down, even if Nikel looks a little uneasy. And you arrive at the bunker. This round, stone, very smooth bunker with a single door and a weathered panel out front. With the symbol of the circle with the line in the middle.
We're here. I guess I'll try and open it. Okay. I would go up to the panel and see if I touch it if anything happens, and if not, I would touch my focus.
Yeah, turning your focus on, you see the door panel symbol in the middle. It is red, which usually means it's locked.
Oh. I would grab the key that I found, like the big thing that I scanned with my focus beforehand, and I would just keep it in my hand to see if there's like anywhere to place it.
Nowhere to place it, but I'll give you a photographic memory roll. Difficulty 2. You start to think and recall when you scanned this key, your focus said, and it flashed across your screen, Site Theta Access.
Oh. God, I'm stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in my pocket and touch my focus and see if anything happens.
As you focus in and scan the door itself, the red turns green. No one else sees that without a focus but you.
I would go ahead and do the typical turn and open.
And it turns, and the door has a loud ka-chunk as whatever mechanical lock was holding it in place undoes, and the door slides down and shows a platform. And that's where we'll end the episode. So, well done, everyone.
You.
Yay!
No one got a building collapsed on them today.
Not today, Dan.
It did.
It
She
did
just
collapse,
got
not
out of the
on
way.
them. Yeah.
At least Ari got an experience out of it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Just, yeah, got it.
Yeah.
I got it from standing in the other building.
Exactly. Thank God I didn't go in that building.
But let's go around and do some shout outs, some end of session goodness, and call it a good old Monday. The end of a Monday. We're at the end of it. We're all done with it. You can go away now for next week.
Go away now. Until next week.
Until next week.
Until next week.
Why don't we go ahead and start with Faye today?
Hi, I'm Faye Lynn. I'm a voice actor and a streamer, and you can find me on twitch.tv/FayeLynn. I played Alkali for y'all today. and I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to shoot shit. But with that said, for my end of session, I am gonna go ahead and take an experience because I don't want something bad to happen. So I'm gonna take one and
Foreshadowing?
I mean, kinda, I guess.
I mean, it's pretty much every week I get a natural one, so I'm, just preparing. So in that case, I would probably give an experience point to Zairi because that was Alkali just expected him, especially because he seemed to be a little bit in a bad mood, that he would like just kind of do something quick. But he put a lot of love into it, even though he was feeling pretty negative, and I feel like that meant a lot to Alkali because she was kind of tiptoeing around him, scared that he was upset with her.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Please go follow Faye. Do it. Tech.
Hello, I'm Technique. I play Zaidi. I'm personally fine. Everybody. I know everybody was worried. Don't worry. I put a lot of effort into my acting. So, so don't worry. I'm not IRL pissed at anybody. If anybody's worried. Let's see. Oh, wrong button. End of session. But anyway, while I'm doing this, you can find me pretty much on Twitch as Technique and on Twitter as Technique TV. But no, actually, I am pissed outside because the stupid Go XLR is not working correctly. Technology really upsets me.
Technology.
Stupid old one technology.
It's the most annoying thing when stuff like that happens when
especially,
you don't.
Especially when you're like a perfectionist when it comes to like sound and visuals. Is anyway.
So you got to channel that for your annoyance in game. That's exactly just funneled it. It's method acting.
It really, exactly. Improv to a T. All right, let's see what we're gonna give. Looking at some cool stuff.
Yeah, there are new ones that we've added since.
Yes, so I didn't get to do the Deathbringer thing like I wanted to. Since we skipped ahead, I'll just ask if that was a thing. Maybe we could walk by the Deathbringer and
perhaps
so Alkali can see.
What were you going to do?
I want to grab some materials from it. Just out the shell of it.
Grab a couple of machine parts.
Like
the one
some
you're
metal,
looking for?
like the
That
flat metal pieces. Yeah, that she ripped apart, and maybe she had tossed them aside. Because Ari's been wanting a damn new weapon. So I think I want to give an experience to Alkali, just because they had a moment, and you wake them, and I want to take. I don't want to do a craft something because I think that's a little far stretching it.
Sure.
Because what I'm intending, maybe that's a spoiler if I say. I want sheets of metal if possible.
Okay. I mean, find 2 machine parts or a thing. If you would just like the sheets of metal that you could use that are craft, like able to be smithed or craft, you can do that. You can do. You can put. You've got 2, like usable sheets of metal.
Awesome.
As your equipment. Absolutely.
Sick.
Okay. Thank you, Tech.
Thank you.
Cat.
Hello. It is me. I'm Kat, your favorite loot goblin and troublemaker. This was a very interesting turn of events. I'm actually going to take an XP for myself, and I'm going to give an XP to Nikel because Manasa was appreciative that he didn't try to just kind of like shut her up. He actually heard what she had to say in concerns to Zairi, and she appreciated the fact that, he says, well, what should we do? We need to find a solution. And she was glad that she was heard. And also the fact that, even with our lingo, he tries his best to understand us, and sometimes that just doesn't work out. So
badass.
That's so he gets an XP for that.
Okay. Did I miss that you took an experience, or you did? Was there something else?
Yeah, I took an
missed it.
experience.
Okay.
Also, yep, I am currently taking a small break from streaming, but I plan on coming back probably near the middle or end of January. We're hoping, depends on how everything goes. So yeah, please follow all these amazing casters though. They are very, very entertaining. I've been watching them and lurking, and yeah, great stuff from them. So yeah.
Thank you, Kat. And go follow her for when she starts back up with the streaming in a few weeks. Do it. And Whack.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wax Steven. Normally, I am the GM of Doom, or the DM of Doom. That will be resuming on Friday. We still don't have any Witchcraft and Wizardry tomorrow. That will be returning on the 5th for a special that we're doing called Demon Lord and Desires. And if you've been following the show, you probably know what that means. And very excited about that. And Rhyme is returning this Friday. However, we also have a special thing happening on Wednesday. It's a Nocturne special happening this Wednesday. That is the next thing that's happening on Tablestory. So hopefully you will join us for that. We've got a special Nocturne thing happening on Wednesday. What time was that, Dan? Was that?
That should be 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern, if it's the same time that Nocturne used to be.
No, Nocturne was later, wasn't it? Nocturne was an hour later.
You know, I can't remember. It's been a couple years since Nocturne.
It says it in the teaser that's gonna play.
Then it'll play. You'll know when you watch the teaser after this. That's right. Thank you. I was like, oh!
Let me see if it's pinned anywhere. Just to make it easier. Of course not. All right. So you'll have to check the teaser because I'm too stupid to write things down.
Me too.
Yeah, so watch it. Watch the teaser.
But yeah, this Wednesday, Nocturne is going to be happening. Yeah, Nocturne was at 5 p.m. Eastern, so 2 p.m. Pacific. I wasn't even on the show, Dan.
Listen.
Yeah, so that's the stuff we've got coming. It's a big week. Nocturne on Wednesday. Rhyme comes back on Friday. And then Demon Lord and Desires is going to start up next Tuesday. So hopefully you'll check out all that stuff. And I think I'm probably going to be... So normally I don't respond to Twitch comments during a show.
Uh-oh.
However, you have raised the rage in Wax Steven, Sorenlin. How about using the Twitch schedule Tablestory? Okay. Again, normally I don't get involved in this kind of shit, but now I'm angry. So, here's what we're going to do. You have no idea what my schedule is like. There's a lot of stuff that's difficult to keep up with. There are a lot of different elements to keep up with when you are a streamer, when you run a channel, when you run shows. My main concern is putting on a really good show. That's what I focus on. So sometimes I miss things. When you have as many things to worry about, little and or large, that I have to worry about on a daily basis, then you can talk to me about the schedule. I missed something. I'm sorry. People make mistakes, dude. Shut up. Thank you. Anyway, for my end of session stuff, I'm going to take, I'm going to give an XP to, I'm going to say Alkali.
Hey, thank you.
And my other end of session thing, I'm gonna... I think I'm going to study a machine already fought and observed, and I'm gonna do the Deathbringer.
Okie dokie.
I don't
Gain
like
an asset.
them.
Yeah, that's fair. You'll get an asset on your next action against a Deathbringer. All right. Beauty. Thank you, Whack. And I have been your GM of Consequences, Mystic Dan. So, that's all I've got. You can follow me doing other things. You should probably tune in on Wednesday because I'm excited about that. I'm excited. It's more Nocturne. I mean, does it involve me or not? Who knows? Because you don't know what's going on for Nocturne. But I do know that it's going to be good. And then Rime of the Frost Maiden, and then all this other cool stuff. And there's a new trailer for a new show. There's just exciting freaking things happening. So be ready for that. But please go follow these lovely people. Check out Patreon. Join our Discord, which is super active with all of the shows and a lot of guesswork on this new show that's coming up. So much good stuff. There's a fan art section there. There's just good things. So go check it out and be awesome.
This new
All
show,
of the
though.
shows.
Damn. That trailer's damn. I'm
It's
like
so
looking
good.
all up and down it right now.
So good. So thank you everybody for being here. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate you showing up every single week, even during holiday times and whatnot. We hope you have a great Monday. We will see you later this week and next week for more Forbidden Lands. Bye.
Bye.
Gentlemen, I have a proposition. The mind's potential is within our grasp. I merely need to craft the key.
Welcome, Administrator, to Site Theta.